Hey, welcome back everybody, 6ftHax here. Happy for you guys today, the final Wi-Fi battle of 2016. So I hope you guys will enjoy this very lengthy and honestly frustrating battle. And this has pretty much summarized how my battling has been ever, because, you know, bad luck Leo and all that is pretty much a common thing for me at this point. But hopefully all of you guys will have a good end of the year. I'm hoping your guys' 2016 has been going well. I did upload an update video, which I really hope you guys will go check out. Check that out and leave me your feedback and stuff on what I talked about. Your feedback is really appreciated, guys. So thank you for all the great support this year, and hopefully it will continue in 2017 when I continue to bring you these Citra Wi-Fi battles, and hopefully no cancerous battles like this. And just, this is probably one of the most frustrating games of Pokemon I've played in a while. And I had this on live stream. Like, I had this on live stream for those of you who came out. So some of you may remember this match, but just, you're gonna see what exactly I mean by this is just a frustrating match. So first off, I had the wrong item on my Pheromosa, and I had an absolutely terrible matchup in this game, because I did originally want to bring Banded Pheromosa, because Banded Pheromosa actually would have put in so much work against my opponent's team, which is one of my very good friends, InertFury. Known him for years now. Some of you guys may know who he is, but I have a very bad matchup going into this game, as I lead with my Pheromosa, he leads Necrozma, and this is where I realized I messed up. I have Life Orb instead of Choice Band, because Choice Banded Pheromosa would have been able to put so much pressure on his team, and now because I'm not banded, then I'm going to be taking Life Orb damage every time, and I'm going to be taking Entry Hazard damage every time. So he's going to get up his rocks with Pheromosa, not Pheromosa, sorry, he's going to get up rocks with Necrozma, as I'm going to get up my rocks with Skarmory on his switch into Celesteela. And one of the main reasons I wish I had Choice Band was for this Celesteela. Celesteela is such an annoying Pokemon in this game, and you guys are just going to see exactly what I mean. So he's gonna Leech Seed me, and then I'll Whirlwind him into his Necrozma, which is fine. Necrozma can't do anything to me, but I'm Leech Seeded, and I can't do anything to Necrozma either. So if it came down to it, eventually he would beat me 1v1. So I am going to be forced to switch out here as I bring in my Toxapex. I know this is a little bit odd, but my hopes was to try and burn him with the Scald as he hits the Thunder Wave. Now this is going to be a very reoccurring theme in this matchup, where my opponent's Pokemon literally have 20/20 vision, and just keep watching. Just keep watching. So he's gonna go for the Psychic here. I know I can live one because I am a mixed defensive Toxapex, so I'm gonna try and Scald here at least once, hoping that I can burn him with this Scald, trying to get a little bit lucky, but I don't get the burn, which is fine. So I am gonna be forced to switch out here, and my only real switch in to this Necrozma is unfortunately my own Skarmory, which again, Skarmory can't do anything to Necrozma, and as long as he's got that Celesteela, Skarmory isn't going to be doing much in general, not to mention that he also has a Circuitry. So he's going to go for the Psychic, and these next 2 minutes or so are going to be sped up a little bit faster than the rest of the match. So he's going to go for the T-Wave here, and he hits another T-Wave, as I believe I am able to break through and get off the Roost, which is really good, because if he did want to feel ballsy here and try to switch into the Xurkitries, I could have maybe gone for the Whirlwind, and then at full HP, obviously, he can't knock me out with any one hit, so he's going to go for the Moonlight here, trying to get back himself up to full HP, as I do go for the Whirlwind. As long as I don't as long as I didn't Whirlwind him into this, everything would be fine. So I'm going to stay in here hoping that maybe he overpredicts, but he really has no reason to do that, because obviously I'm not going to try to switch into a Garchomp on a potential Dazzling Gleam. As he Volt switches into the Necrozma, I go for the Whirlwind again, and I Whirlwind him into the Metagross, which is actually pretty good, because Metagross should not be able to knock me out at this range of HP unless he gets a crit or he gets very lucky. So I'm able to live, but he gets the attack boost. The good thing is though, still at +1, there's no way he should be able to beat me 1v1 unless he tries to paraflinch me with Zen Headbutt. So he goes for it and he gets the flinch. It's fine though, it's fine though. We're still in an okay scenario. We're still in an okay scenario. As it goes for the Meteor Mash, I'm gonna be able to roost up one more time, which is really good. And because he's not Mega Evolving at this point, I'm thinking that maybe he's not Mega Metagross, so maybe he could be a Assault Vest variant, I guess, or some other kind of variant of Metagross. Knowing Rich, he does like to try out some cool mons. So I'm gonna Whirlwind out the Celesteela, and thankfully I Whirlwind him into the Tapu Bulu. Now I should be able to take on this Tapu Bulu 1v1 and hopefully be able to bring my Skarmory up to a solid amount of HP. All I really need to do in this game is just kind of shuffle his team around and somehow get rid of hazards so that my Mimikyu can potentially break down Rich's team, and then that way once he loses a Mon or two to my Mimikyu, or Mimikyu has weakened his team even further, I can win with my Mega Alakazam, or I can win with my Scarf Chomp late game. So even though I do have a very terrible matchup in this game and things really haven't been going good for me, I can still win this. So he's gonna go for the Leech Seed as I Whirlwind him back out into the Tapu Bulu. Thankfully it was a Tapu Bulu and not the Circuitries. If I had Whirlwinded him into the Azumarill, unless he was Belly Drum, then I don't think there's really anything that Azumarill would have been able to do to me, so I wasn't too concerned about that. But I do Whirlwind him into the Tapu Bulu as he's gonna go for the Stone Edge. I get fully paralyzed. It's okay though, because I can just try and go for the Roost here to still be able to beat this Tapu Bulu, except I end up going for the Brave Bird because I misclicked. So that was pretty dandy of me. If I had gone for the Roost there, I would have been able to stall out the turns of Grassy Terrain and kept my Skarmory around to continue shuffling. So I bring in my Pheromosa, and instead of going for the Poison Jab, I think I end up going for the Rapid Spin here, thinking that maybe he would want to switch out. That way I can potentially high jump kick the Celesteela or U-turn on the Necrozma. But no, he stays in, and then he hits another Stone Edge. And I don't know if I would have been able to live the Horn Leech. I'm pretty sure out of Grassy Terrain, because I'm still technically a Bug type and I resist grass type moves, I might have been able to live the Horn Leech, but of course he's able to hit the Stone Edge, so that doesn't even matter. As I bring in my Mimikyu, this is what I was talking about earlier. I can still win this matchup. All I need to do is just break his team down a bit with my Mimikyu here. So I go for the Swords Dance, hoping that maybe he would be scared out and try to switch out, but no, he ends up having the Substitute, which I was not expecting at all. So Shadow Claw will be able to break that, and then of course I do have my Disguise still intact, so he is going to be able to break it here with the Horn Leech, but I still have my Focus Sash on my Mimikyu, so we are still in an okay scenario. I'm not entirely too concerned. If he does want to bring in the Celesteela, then that's fine, because I can potentially set up another Swords Dance on the Celesteela, and then at +4 I'll be able to do a lot of damage, and maybe I'll get a little bit lucky after getting really unlucky, and I can crit him with the Shadow Claw. But after knocking out the Tapu Bulu, he's gonna bring in the Azumarill here basically as death fodder. I guess just wanted to risk me not having the Focus Sash or something like that, because he could have easily brought in the Celesteela, but then like I said, I could have just gone for the Swords Dance on that, and then at +4 maybe crit it, and by bringing in Azumarill he's able to completely avoid that scenario as he's able to break my Disguise. He's gonna bring in the Necrozma, and I was really hoping that Play Rough would do more damage than what it did here, because I was hoping that I could be able to live the Psychic and then knock him out the following turn. But no, he is able to finish me off as I bring in my Mega Alakazam here. I still have a chance to win, guys. I still have a chance to win this absolutely terrible battle that I've been having so far. So I'm going to be able to Mega Evolve here, and luckily Mega Alakazam is an absolute monster, so I will be able to knock out the Necrozma at the amount of HP that he is at, and that is one less thing I now have to worry about. But of course, in comes the Celesteela. All I need to do is hit a Focus Blast. That's all I need to do to put this in range of where I can revenge kill it, and I miss, and for the 15th time he hits his move, and of course it's Leech Seed, but it's fine. I can still win. I can still win this because now I can encore him into Leech Seed, and all I need to do is hit at least 2 or 3 Focus Blasts. That's all I need to do. Even if he wants to try and switch in and out, he's going to be taking rock damage when he comes in. So as long as I'm able to get off at least 2 Focus Blasts on the Celesteela, I can still win this battle. So I do encore him into the Leech Seed, and now he's basically forced to either stay in here, consistently spam Leech Seed until eventually he beats me with Leech Seed, or he's going to be forced out. So I go for the Focus Blast again, and I freaking miss! I missed the Focus Blast again. As this Celesteela was at 50% HP, and now he's basically brought back up to full. all I needed to do was hit Focus Blast, and thankfully, third time is the charm. As he switches into this Magnezone, I'm gonna be able, not Magnezone, sorry, he brings in the Metagross. I'm able to hit the Focus Blast and put him in range of where a Shadow Ball will be able to finish him off unless he has the Bullet Punch. So he is going to gain back a little bit of recovery here, and he's going to decide to Mega Evolve. I was really scared that he could have the Bullet Punch, but he told me that he didn't have Bullet Punch because he was a Rock Polish set. So I'm going to be able to finish him off with the Shadow Ball. And the reason why he didn't Mega Evolve earlier in the game was because he wanted to bluff not being Mega Metagross because he was a Rock Polish set. So late game, he could have Mega Evolved and then Rock Polished and potentially outspend my Scarf Garchomp and then win like that. So in comes the Celesteela, and finally I'm able to hit 1 Focus Blast, and judging for how much damage that did, like I said, if I was able to hit 2 or 3 Focus Blasts on this earlier, he gets the special defense drop too, as he goes for the Flash Cannon. I know that doesn't matter. But it's just kind of like rubbing salt in the wounds, and it's just a slap in the face basically. Like, there's nothing you can do, Leo. Like, you've been hacked to death and you're just gonna lose. So judging for how much damage that Focus Blast did, all I needed to do was hit 2 or 3 Focus Blasts, and then I might have put him in range of where a Fire Blast from my Chomp would have been able to finish him off. And then at that point, if he didn't Rock Polish with his Mega Metagross, I could have switched Chomp out, switched it back in, locked myself into Scarf Earthquake, and won the battle like that. But at this point, Celesteela is pretty much just gonna beat me down into the ground and get rid of my Garchomp and my Toxapex. That is why this is so sped up, because there's nothing I can do. Like, unless I was able to get a crit burn with Fire Blast, unless I crit him twice with Fire Blast, then there was just nothing I could do at this point, and he pretty much is going to be able to win the battle. So yeah, good game to my boy InertFury. Like I said, guys, this is probably one of the most frustrating and annoying battles I've ever played, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, this is how ridiculous Pokemon can be. If you watched the entire match, obviously, you saw that I got no hacks. I didn't really get lucky at all, honestly. Like, Rich hit every single move, and everything he needed to happen in order to win basically happened for him. And just, that's kind of how my battling experience for the most part has been in Sun and Moon. So I thought it'd be a little bit funny to upload this as the final battle of the year, and I'm hoping that 2017 will go a lot better and I'm not as unlucky as I was in 2016. So thank you all for watching, guys. Make sure to hit the like button down below for the final Wi-Fi battle of 2016, and I've rambled on enough. Thank you all for watching, guys. Later, everybody. Happy New Year's.